Okay, this is a tutorial over part 2 of activity number 6, Seasonal Constellations, titled Seasonal Stars and Constellations. All right, we get to this part of Skygazer software by going to Explore, left-click on Explore, and then we have the Planisphere. So left-clicking on Planisphere will bring this up. Notice the buttons to the top left here. We can toggle through them real quick and see what is able to be viewed from this particular part of the program. We have the illustrations of the constellations. We have the classical stick figures of the constellations. We can project the grid system of the celestial sphere. We can also see the orientation of the Milky Way. And we can bring up the names of the constellations above the horizon at this time of the year for our location, as well as some of the brightest stars. Constellations are in blue, stars are in white. All right, to begin with, we want to make sure that we are set at May. Okay, so that's May is the first month that we start out with, as it is, so we're all good there. Let's go ahead and click on the stick figures of the constellations as well as the names. And so what we're doing here is simply looking at what are the prominent constellations in the southern sky. Southern sky because these are the constellations that are going to be changing. The constellations around the North Celestial Pole, which is marked very closely by Polaris, or the North Star. These constellations are going to be able to be seen throughout the course of the year, albeit at different orientations. Okay, so we're going to focus on the constellations to the south. And for spring constellations, we have, of course, the month of May chosen. And then we look west to east here through the middle. Notice we have Leo the Lion, Bootes, the Herdsman, Hercules, and Aquila down towards the east. And right along the horizon here, notice that we have Cygnus the Swan slowly starting to rise. Of course, Cygnus will be major constellation with the summer. Below that, we have the couple of the signs of the zodiac: Virgo, Libra, Scorpius, Sagittarius. We also have Ophiuchus in the middle there, the Serpent's constellation. Here is a unnamed constellation. This is Corona Borealis, this little bowl-shaped feature here. Okay, so the names of the constellations that I just read off, starting with Leo, going over to Aquila, down to Sagittarius, then back up to Libra and Virgo. Any of those few constellations would be correct as far as major constellations that could be seen at this particular time of the year. The last column, bright stars, we just simply go with the names in white. So Regulus for Leo, Arcturus for Bootes, Spica for Virgo, Antares for Scorpius, so on and so forth. To complete the rest of the table, simply change the month. So we go to August. Notice how Bootes is now just above the western horizon, so it is setting. We've got Hercules, Lyra now, Cygnus the Swan, Aquila the Eagle. These are the three stars that make up the summer triangle: Vega, Deneb, and Altair. Past that, we have Pegasus, Pisces, and Cetus slowly rising. So they're going to be, Cetus would be a fall constellation. Aquarius below that, Copernicus, Ophiuchus again, heading more towards the west, Sagittarius, so on and so forth. Okay? Again, names of the brightest stars would be in white. Okay? So to finish that up, just go to the different months that they asked. You've got November for fall. Simply read off or list the names of the constellations and the bright stars. And then winter would be February. Scroll back up here, February. And again, record the names of the major constellations and bright stars. You don't have a whole lot of room, so if you just get maybe 3 or 4 constellation stars, that'll be just fine. Right? That concludes this tutorial.